Okay, this is the last episode that hosts Carrie, Adrienne, and Rachel. I know you've been listening so far, gotten some great tips about visibility strategies and where they got their start and what they're focusing on in 2020, all kinds of cool stuff. And this last question I'm going to be asking is all for you to be able to take away and go, oh, well, maybe I'll try that too. So I don't want to give it away. Let's jump right in.
So I have one last question for each of you, and that is, in the past year and going into 2020, what has been or what are you going to use as your favorite organic marketing strategy and ad marketing strategy? Because I'm curious. I want to know.
Well, I'm definitely using Pinterest for my organic strategy because having done loads of research, we realized that I've known this for a really long time. I've known it drives, it's the highest converting organic traffic we have. And I knew that in 2016. I was like, oh, we'll get around to it, but it just didn't. And I was like, no, it's time. So yeah, we're really going to up our focus with Pinterest. And then with ads, ads is such a big thing for us. But I don't know. When you say what's our ad strategy, what do you mean? Specifically?
Just in terms of what platform are you going to use, and is there a specific thing that you're going to be driving traffic to, be it a live event, a webinar, a quiz?
Well, we started to use Facebook ads a lot for just building a really engaged, warm audience, so that by the time we get to a launch or something, we've got a really engaged group of people who are ready and waiting for what we have to offer. And we found in the last launch especially that was really impactful, so we're definitely going to continue doing that throughout 2020 and just see how much of an impact it'll have. So yeah, I'm excited about that.
Beautiful.
I'll say that our best organic, or our main focus for organic, is maybe not the answer you're looking for, but is working to get our clients better results. To me, that's number one for our organic, is how do we refine our experience and get them to the result that we want for them, which isn't usually a quick fix in our business. It takes time. And so how can we get more people to achieve that result of what we call the 4-week vacation? And so that's the best organic marketing that we can do, is getting people to that 4-week vacation, because then they talk about it, they have the real experience. And so for us, that's our main focus across the board. But organically, that's also what works for us, and where I'd rather spend our time is on our students internally, because then they'll go and share. Because our students are amazing and they want to go scream about it. They want to go, and then it also helps create user generated content, because then they're on their vacation and talking about it, or they had this big revelation of how they're going to get their team to be more autonomous and things like that, and they want to share that with their people, and so it creates user generated content, which again is more organic for us. And then for our Facebook, we're just doing a lot more video, I would say, this year, more video with me and my business partner, Mike, because we know that it works best when we're together. I don't know if that's across the board for everyone, but 2 people is always better than 1, is what we find, even if the message is the same. Even if it's from a photo to a video, across the board, if there's multiple people in there, it works better. So just taking the time that Mike and I have, which is limited time, taking that time we have together and making sure we're prioritizing, hey, do we need to record a few videos? Same thing as Carrie's doing. We're doing a lot of just value-based content, warming people up continuously, and then, retargeting them into the next step of our sequence, which might be a freebie, and then moving into, the next steps for them if they want to take our program and take us up on that. So that's kind of how we're continuing and we use Facebook ads primarily. So
fantastic. Rachel, your
Can I
wheelhouse here.
Yeah, the queen. Tell us what you got.
Platform that I wish would die. I really wish Instagram would die. I'm so over it. I'm tired.
Me too.
I'm tired of the vanity game. I just wish it was done. I know it works really well for some people, and I just am really tired, and I feel like I'm sitting here meh, on Instagram all the time, and I'm this is so lame. But anyways, okay, so my organic strategy is kind of different this year. I have been diving into like John Carlton, Gary Halbert, Ben Settle, Eugene Schwartz, like all of the greats in copy and like real advertising, Ogilvy, Dan Kennedy. You guys, I bought like $1,000 worth of books on copy, and Paul's like, I hope that this yields a return, Rachel. And I'm like, it will. So I've been marrying this real direct response with organic social and discovering that anytime I had done that in the past accidentally, that's where we got the greatest return, was when there was really direct response, asking people for exactly what we want. It's been really interesting. It's changing the way I see social media. It's more of a platform for direct response copy and direct relationship building immediately on the spot. In terms of advertising, we cut our ad spend from like 30 to 45K a month down to 5K a month. We made a rule. This is that's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah,
we made
so
a rule that if we do not see a return from a campaign or a funnel or an offer within 7 days, we cut the ad spend, as painful as it is, and I have to get scrappy and organically market it first. And so that like cut most of our ad spend, because we had like a 2-month return window on a lot of our ad spend, and that can milk you dry really fast. And we were just like, I'm done. And so we literally scrapped most of our campaigns. If it's not immediately profitable, I have to find a way to better organically market it.
I like it. It's like scrappy social.
Scrappy.
I like it.
Like urgency for yourself though too. Like, we create urgency in our offers and things like that, and now it creates urgency for yourself and more importantly for your team to like figure it out, or it's
I get
leaving.
so stressed when Paul says pull the plug on that ad. Paul's my CFO, and I'm like, I'm going to be sick. And then I'm like, how do I create an organic advertisement for this? Okay, fine. I'll go create a YouTube video and advertise this, and I'll do a Facebook Live on this. And so it actually has been challenging the way that I see, I guess, like advertisements and marketing expenses. It has to return, or else I'm not doing it.
I think it probably helps you, and I'm just thinking about the first, like be less lazy too with stuff, right?
Yes.
Because like sometimes it's easy to just put something up that's like, it's like decent copy, but it ain't the best and whatever. And like you're wanting to like put the best stuff up. Plus once it's getting pulled down, now you're like, I can't be lazy about this. Like I got to do something really creative and innovative. Otherwise there's no point of even doing it. Yeah. I love that for
it's such a good
just
strategy.
creative purposes.
Because I feel as well, like when you create more and more success and you've got like money coming in and you've got money in the bank, it creates so much complacency.
Yes.
And that is such a big problem.
Yep.
Like we've had to rein it in as well, because I was just like, we can spend money willy-nilly, but we're not tracking how effective this is. So why are we doing it? And really getting serious, like exactly like what you're doing. Just being like, if it's not working, we're not doing it.
Which is exciting, and it does help with profit margins too, even though it's like, dang it, this is hard. Why can't I just hit the easy button and run an ad,
Yeah, that's true.
Well, ladies, we are wrapping up our time. An hour has flown by. Thank you so much for sharing your heart, for sharing your strategies, for being open and honest. I really appreciate it. And I know our listeners do too. And just on my behalf, I wish you a visible and relaxing and successful and profitable new year, both personally and professionally. And we're going to be wrapping up season 3.
Thank you for having us. This
Yes,
felt like
thank
just
you.
a living room chat with my girls. So I appreciate it.
It was really fun. I had a blast.
As you can see, we wrapped up the conversation with these 3 powerhouse women. It was such a blast. It was an honor for me to be in their company and to learn from them. And I learned a lot, especially when it came to what strategies are you going to be using this year, both organic and paid. And wasn't what Rachel said about if an ad isn't performing to a certain extent, that she has to cut the budget and do it organically until it works? I thought that was a really powerful tip. I know for me, I've been primarily focused on Pinterest and Pinterest ads. That's not going to be changing this year. We might branch into LinkedIn. Who knows? I'd love to hear what you decided to do as a result of these key podcast episodes. Go ahead and give us a review. Shout me out. Let me know. Share this episode with your friends. Seasons like this where you sit down with a bunch of people do not happen often. So if you have a biz bestie that you know would love to hear these episodes, please click that share button. I would absolutely love that. Don't go away. We're going to be interviewing a new batch of incredible people coming up next. I cannot wait for you to hear what they have to say as well. In the meantime, go implement some strategy, and I'll see you in the next episode.